Hello, I want to redo this video again. Um, so I want to talk about, was Tyler Perry, was this some kind of ritual that had to be done in order for him to get to higher rankings? Um, I saw his thumbnail. I didn't click on the video because I believe what I saw, and so I don't need to click on anybody else's video about these things. Um, the speculations against Tyler Perry and Robert Smith. I don't need to see any more videos. I've already seen what's really going on. But I saw this thumbnail saying that Christian Keys possibly get a settlement to be quiet. And according to the things that's been shown to me, I just believe that it's not a settlement, but he did get a check to do what he did. I believe he got a check to do what he did, but I don't believe he got a settlement. He was like, I believe Tyler Perry was in on what Christian Keys did. Um, let's see. So yeah, and check out that video that I did this upload recently about can your soul be taken without your permission part two. Um, and so I want to give an example of that. I talked about how I saw Christian Keys like he was taken up into this cloud, but then I saw him in another vision. I saw him wearing this black suit, and he was like reclined with his head up, and then all of a sudden his head just went back like he was unconscious, like he just suddenly just went unconscious. Okay, like one minute he was there, next minute he was taken from his body, and then next thing you know, in another vision, I saw him erect. And like these, they just come to me. So I see visions, a lot of different things, and they just come to me, and I don't always talk about it. They just come sometimes. Um, and this next one I saw is where he was up erect, almost like back to normal, but he was wearing a black and red suit, and that let me know that okay, whatever entered this body, and it could be one of those entities that could be associated with whatever organization that color black and red is usually associated with. But anyway, um, yeah. So now I said it to say because I want to talk about can your soul be taken without your permission part two. The thing about your soul is that where this consciousness is right now, this particular consciousness right here is too low. You can't really give somebody permission to take your real soul. Your real soul is not. Nobody has permission to take. You can't even give the permission to take this. Like I say, this is a false world, false matrix, and we are like we're basically kind of in a super an advanced, a very advanced computer. Okay. So we kind of made up of programs, but I said to say the example of him that I said I saw him being taken up and clearly something else came in. That's what I mean about your soul, like right here in this particular type of consciousness, your identity. Who he is taken and something else is taken over. He's basically, like I said, I saw him in a sunken place. I saw him in this area where it's just a black space, and he was wearing a red shirt. Okay, he was wearing a red shirt, so that kind of made things look sacrificial. So he thought, God dang, Tyler Perry. Oh, see now, as I'm talking, things are coming. Tyler Perry sacrificed him. He thought he was going to do this, and it looked like, oh, was this some kind of humiliation ritual for Tyler Perry? Well, no, he sacrificed Christian. He sacrificed him. He was sacrificed. I think Christian Keys might have thought this was going to help him move further. But it turns out he was the one that was sacrificed. That's what happened. It just came to me. I said, why am I seeing him if he took a check, and this is the whole game between him and Tyler and other billionaires, and took a check, because he did get a check to do what he did. He said, okay, I get to move up and I gotta just do this. I saw him in the sunken place. He was wearing a red shirt. And to me, the red shirt It looks like sacrifice, like he was sacrificed, and something else came into his body. So Christian Keys might not even be the same person that people are used to. Okay, but anyway, once he comes back, he might not be the same person. And I was like, was there some kind of ritual that Tyler Perry had to go through, like, oh, some to have his name out there to look bad? Because whether, see, here's the thing, whether Christian Keys was actually talking about him or not, most people believe that it was him because they haven't seen him connected to anybody else during the duration of his career as much as they have seen him publicly connected to Tyler Perry. And this other billionaire who's paid off school loans, most people know that to be Robert Smith. Even if it's somebody else, most people know that to be Robert Smith. So whether he was talking about somebody else or not, the point is that most people are going to believe it's Tyler Perry and Robert Smith, and that's all that matters. Most people are just going to believe it's Tyler Perry. A lot of stuff has come out about Tyler Perry. Now it's almost looking like a Diddy. Now you got other people want to come out saying things about Tyler Perry. This is looking like a Diddy. But that whole thing, I don't know if it's the exact thing that I think I suspected that the industry might be done with Diddy though. But this thing with Tyler Perry, I felt like at first I was feeling like it's some kind of ritual that he had to go through to move higher, right? Because after everything that I saw in the last couple of days that I've said I've been seeing things, it was clear that this was a stunt. This was a distraction. It was clear. But well, more than a distraction, it's not just a distraction. It was almost like it was something that Tyler Perry had to go through. But when I saw Christian, it looked like he was in a sunken place, and he was wearing a red shirt, and he was looking like it was in this black space that he was just in, and he was in a red shirt. That let me know, wow, Tyler Perry tricked his behind. He was tricked. He was tricked. He said he thought he was going to get a check to do this, to get on his Instagram Live and do this. He was tricked. You can't mix with people. That lets you know right there that I don't care what Christian Keys might have been a part of. I don't care what organization he might have been a part of. I don't care how many roles he got. He ain't them. He ain't them. They sacrificed him. He thought he was going to be able to get this check and do this. Oh, something is going to take over his body and get them checks, but it ain't the real actual. It ain't the original Christian Keys. It's something else that took him over. He was sacrificed, and he didn't know he was tricked. I don't know if he didn't know, but I highly suspect that he was tricked, and it was too late. It was too late. So, yeah, I'm answering my question. I do believe Tyler Perry did this for a higher rank, but the fool was not necessarily on Tyler Perry. The fool was on Christian Keys because he was sacrificed. But at the same time, all of them are sacrificed. Because something is going to, you have to agree to something taking over. Because I've seen this in my own family. I don't know Tyler Perry, I don't know the Hollywood world, but I do know what I've seen in my family with that, and I've seen the entities that have taken over them. And then they could be doing well. They call themselves on the sacrifice of the people to get higher in rank, but little do they know they're not even themselves. Something else is taking over them. They're just being used. But they think they're getting all this stuff. They think they're crawling higher in rank. They think they're getting all this riches and all this stuff. Little do they know they are being used. It's only because I've seen it. I've seen the actual entities. I've seen these old gods that are taking over their minds to come after other people and use them to sacrifice other people. I've seen these old gods. Anyway, yeah. And so basically Tyler Perry, I mean, it's not like the original Tyler Perry tricked Christian Keys, because the original Tyler Perry is no longer himself either. The original Robert Smith might not be himself either. Okay, so Yeah. Um, I don't have anything else to say about that. I just scrapped my other video and I wanted to upload this one. Um, okay. I'll talk to you later.